Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Ricky Dwight Spradlin, age 53 of Crane Hill, will be tomorrow at Bethany Baptist Church. Rick Dearman will officiate interment in the adjoining cemetery. The body will lie and stay 2 to 4 p.m. at the church. Mr. Spradlin passed away on Sunday at UAB Hospital. Coleman Funeral Home is directing. Visitation will be tonight from 6 to 9 at the church. Funeral services for Frank Lemuel King, age 72 of the Berlin community, will be at 2 p.m. tomorrow at Holly Pond Funeral Home Chapel. The Reverend Frank Speakman officiating, interment in Duck River Cemetery. Holly Pond Funeral Home in charge. Mr. King passed away on Sunday. Visitation will be 6 to 8 p.m. tonight. James Walter Papa Jim Johnson, age 84 of Coleman, died Saturday of lung cancer. Mr. Johnson donated his body to the University of Alabama in Birmingham for research. No services will be held at this time. Funeral services for William Edwin Prather, age 94 of Coleman, will be at 1 p.m. on Thursday at Coleman Heritage Funeral Home Chapel. Mitchell Williams officiating. Entombment will be in Coleman Memory Gardens. Coleman Heritage is in charge. Mr. Prather passed away Sunday at his residence. Visitation will be 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday at the funeral home. And those are our obituaries brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2, broadcasting live at channel2coleman.com right now and all day long. Good to have you as viewers for today. Gosh, what a beautiful day.
Oh, yeah, gorgeous.
Temperature is in the low 60s.
Yeah, 60 degrees at my house.
Nice weather, but it's going to warm up. I think we're going to get back into the 90s.
Yeah, I think so. It's here.
We had a very mild summer. I think the rain's gone, and now it's going to warm up again.
Yeah.
Summertime weather. Let's check the weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. There's the weather almanac for the 27th of August. The average high temperature, no, that can't be right. It was 92 yesterday. Now, okay, let's go on to the next slide.
A minus 16 in 1940.
Minus 16?
Was the low.
Ooh.
I kind of think this might be the wrong one.
Okay, there's the satellite picture. And we have one more satellite picture to show you, and here's the weather forecast for today. It'll be sunny with a high near 89. Clear tonight, low around 66. Sunny tomorrow, a high near 90. 91 on Thursday, 94 Friday, 93 Saturday, 96 Sunday, and 95 on Monday, Labor Day.
Oh, it's going to be hot and sweaty for that Sweet Tater
Festival,
isn't it?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Sweet Tater Festival coming up this weekend.
That's right. But I tell you what, I think everybody's just tired of the rain. They want to get out. They want to enjoy the sun. And this would be a great way to do it, is just to go on over to visit them at the Sweet Tater Festival in their new location right there in Smith Lake Park. And they've got some awesome vendors and entertainment lined up. They've just got a great deal going on. They all have arts and crafts, all kinds of kiddie rides. They have a petting zoo where the kids can enjoy, what was it that we said yesterday? A cucamonga. That's what I thought, a cucamonga. And I want one of those just so I could say I own a cucamonga. And of course, lots of sweet potato pies and probably some other, sweet potatoes done up in different things. And yesterday, Terry was talking about, Terry, what's it?
Terry Kelly.
Terry Kelly was talking about the sweet taters that they take and make kind of like a curly fry, and then they put cinnamon and sugar on top. Oh, and they fry it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that sounds just awesome. So anyway, go on over there. They're going to be open on Sunday and Monday, and it's going to be located in Smith Lake Park this year.
And I think Tony mentioned to us they have 76 vendors.
Yes, this is
and
phenomenal.
Usually they have several at the last minute.
Right, so they'll probably still be having some people show up, and I think in previous years they've maybe had 40, something like that, because really that's all the space they had.
Right.
So this year, since they've opened it up, have more space, it's going to be great. It's just really going to be good, so you need to be there this weekend.
And we don't need to overlook Fest Hall is open right now.
That's right.
And will be open today, and I think they have one more month to go. I think they go through September, don't they?
Maybe even into October, because of the
Maybe
pumpkins and gourds and things like that.
Yeah.
I kind of think it goes all the way into October. So
yes,
it's just great. Go by there and visit. Everybody's in full bloom and all the produce, and they had peaches. I don't know. I haven't been in a while, so I don't know if they still have peaches.
It's about the end of the road in peaches.
But
apples will be, lots of apples, because we're getting into the peak season for that as we get to September.
And of course, they have a lot of homemade products like baked goods and things like that. So just stop by, support your local farmers. It is produce, fresh produce, right out of the ground, right here in Coleman. And what's better than fresh produce right out of the ground that hasn't been sitting for 2 weeks, a month, or 6 months,
On a truck getting here.
Right. So.
Okay, who's our Facebook friend for today?
Angela Keener is our Facebook friend, and we're glad to have her. She likes NCIS and country music, and she, of course, will win the big Mad Dog barbecue sandwich. She just needs to come by here and pick up her certificate, and then she can go to the Berlin Quick Stop and pick it up and eat a big old sandwich, courtesy of Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue.
Okay, who's come to see us today?
Dr. Howard Rodgers is here, and he is going to be talking about who knows what. I like that. That's a new subject. Who knows what? What are we going to talk about?
The breakdown of the family.
Oh, the breakdown of the family. That's something that, they've been discussing on Fox News a lot, and it is just a shame that, so that's a good topic. Good topic.
Okay. George Spear is here with news and commentary right after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Time for news and commentary on this Tuesday morning. Coleman Times this morning reporting 2 men are dead in a murder-suicide in the city last night around 9, a little after 9. Police said that happened at about that time. What happened was out near West Elementary, 1 block east of West Elementary School on 3rd Street Southwest. A man goes to visit with a woman and her child. Another man pulls up and shoots him 4 times, kills him, and then the man gets back into his car and kills himself. No names, of course, have been released on this, not yet. Maybe later on today there'll be some more information regarding that. Again, a block east of West Elementary School last night, about 9 o'clock. That's all we know right now. Another bit of news this morning, and this is good news. I always like it whenever you have between 550 to 600 full and part-time jobs coming to Coleman. And that'll be the case once this is completed, according to the Coleman Times. The city is eyeing a tax-sharing agreement with the people up there and owners of Coleman Shopping Center, the old one. Those of us who were around when it was built years ago know that, we were uptown whenever that came around, but we didn't know that the people who were building that had to use antifreeze in their concrete to keep it from freezing. It was so cold that winter, and put straw in there, anything to keep it from freezing so fast before they even got their cinder blocks in place. So nonetheless, it's been sold by the Morgan family. The shopping center has about a $10 million deal, and the new people, Delaware-based merchants, retail partners, are going to be spending several $1 million bringing in some other stores, and some of those will be behind Food World. They're going to develop that area, that old Firestone store. Boy, that looks rough, doesn't it? I remember when it was a new place, we were proud of that, but the times they have changed, and that's one of the things that probably needs to be changed by itself. Also, those folks, they just don't pick on Coleman County, do they? These folks who are with the Freedom from Religion Foundation, they've sent a letter to the Madison County Commission Chairman, Dale Strong, telling him he needs to stop opening with a prayer whenever they have a commission meeting, and to take away the reference to God on his website. Well, I tell you what, these folks just don't know when to stop, do they? Just don't know when to stop. And a lot of a buzz this morning, or past couple of days actually. I don't watch music television, MTV, I don't watch that stuff. And these doggone Beverly hillbilly women, housewives, or whatever the heck they call themselves, we're talking about, and you know what I'm saying when I say trash is trash. It doesn't matter how much money you got in your purse, your wallet, and your bank account. White trash is with a W, capital W, white trash. And that's exactly what you got here. On the music award shows, you had, what's her name? Bozo Cyrus, the girl, the singer, Miley Cyrus, and you got Lady Gaga trying to out-raunch each other, and according to I didn't see it, but you had Miley Cyrus stripping down to her underwear, and how would you know nowadays that someone's in her underwear? You see so much, how do you know that? Anyway, so all of that's seems south, and we're going to be talking later in the show here about the breakdown of the family. Whenever you've got kids watching nonsense like this, where women are trying to out-raunch each other. You got a man from up in Huntsville who's a proponent of wanting women to go around topless if they want to. Now, this is in Huntsville, right? And then you had a place, I said, I can't remember where it was, but you had a woman standing out there almost butt naked, at least the top part, And you had another instance. It must have been some sort of let's go nude day, and everyone was celebrating it, I guess, because you had a reporter somewhere overseas. It was in Canada. Yeah, that's right. A woman reporter, while interviewing the mayor about his stance on nudity, takes off her top. We got way too much time on our hands, I think, in America, don't you? At least I think so. Also, and the good news is this: I always enjoyed whenever I was able to do something, and someone back home when I was in the Marine Corps and go somewhere on assignment, and someone would write me a letter and say, I heard that you've been sent to Japan and all this and that sort of thing. And if you got a promotion, then, of course, military services would send to your local newspaper an announcement for that sort of thing. And that's what's happened with a former resident of Coleman, an Air Force Lieutenant Robert Lee. He's being recognized because he is going to be, one of the finalists for what they call the Air Force Association's Gil Rob Wilson Award for his ability to communicate, written and verbal. And I guess we'll know in a month or two whether or not he gets it. In fact, he's the son of residents here in Coleman, James and Mary Lee, and a 2006 graduate of St. Bernard Prep School in Coleman, the people who still teach cursive writing. I guess maybe is there something there? He's able to communicate because he's able to read the written word. Don't know. Stay tuned. More for Day 02 after this.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
This part of our program, we have some prizes we would like to give away. We have the assorted bag of apples from Steel Orchard, and we have the lunch sandwich and chips from Frosting's Bakery, and that is usually chicken salad sandwich, and oh, is that good too. Those are the prizes. Let's look at our ads. I'll ask you a question, of course, about one of these ads, starting today with Auto Tech, located in Vinemont. They're located between the Super Saver and Ridgecrest Community Church, doing major engine repair, transmission repair, and brake repair.
And Mullins Body Shop, you've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and towing. Guess what? You can count on them today. Call Sonny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim, 734-1353.
Brown & Company Beverages, a specialty wine and beer store with a large variety of domestic and imported wine and beer. They have tastings every once in a while. Stop by on Highway 157.
Deb's Bookstore, it's your hometown bookstore just down the road where browsers are always welcome. Gift certificates are available. Used books are half price off every day. New books are 20% off every day.
Grand Point Pharmacy, home of the Two Old Goats. And register for the $100 teacher giveaway at Grand Point Pharmacy.
And the Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center has an indoor rubberized walking track, full fitness center complete with weights, cardio, and professional training, 6-lane competition pool, whirlpool spa, whatever you need.
Baldwin Counseling Center, Dr. Howard Rodgers is here, and he will be talking to us in just a few more minutes. Call for an appointment, 256-737-3087. Those are some of the merchant ads. Question for today, where are browsers welcome? Now, of course, all of our advertisers would welcome browsers, but one advertiser in particular says on their ad, browsers welcome. 256-734-7399 is our telephone number. We have the bag of assorted apples from Steel Orchard, and we have that large lunch sandwich and chips from Frosting's Bakery. And we'll take your phone call right after we watch Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
Hi, I'm Mike Doss with Premier Bank in Coleman, and a lot of non-customers ask, what do I need to cash a check that's off of Premier Bank? And it's very simple. A valid driver's license or a pictured ID, a military ID, is sufficient. And as long as you've got a valid ID, it's a very quick transaction. And this is Mike with Money Matters.
Welcome back to Today on 2, and we have a caller ready to go. Our question today, where are browsers welcome? And if I can get the phone to work, we'll see if we can get a phone call. Whoa, let's try line 2. Hello, who's calling? Who's calling, please?
This is Agnes Grimes.
And from where are you calling?
Holly Pond.
From Holly Pond. Okay, where are browsers welcome?
Deb's Bookstore.
Okay, you got it right. Deb's Bookstore always has that on the ad. Stay on the line, please. Thanks for calling in. Deb's Bookstore was the right answer. Let's look at the rest of our merchant ads right now. Starting with Cotton State Barns of Coleman, where you can buy or rent to own carports, playsets, utility trailers, and storage building. No credit check. You're automatically approved.
And the Busy Bee Cafe has live music on Friday and Saturday nights. They're open from 2 to 9 for their dinner guests. And of course, they are the home of the original breaded burger in a great new facility.
And Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, where sandwich plates, rib salads, and more homemade sides each and every day. Located inside the Berlin Quick Stop on Highway 278.
And Earl's Body Shop has been voted Best Towing Service. David, Diane, and the employees thank you for this honor. And they have large and small towing available, local or long distance, right there on Highway 31 North Coleman.
And the Teacher Supply, located across from Coleman Cemetery entrance on 9th Avenue Southwest. Leah Hoffpower is the owner of the Teacher Supply.
Triple Berry Brownie is the blizzard of the month, but that's only going to last for a few more days, so go take advantage of that one. And don't forget about their $5 lunch. It's a great deal for just $5.
Now open B-Fit, a fitness facility located in downtown Coleman. No contract, just $50 a month. The personal trainer is included, located right next door to Renard's Gallery and Gifts.
Borden Family Pharmacy is located right there at the corner of Eva Road and Highway 157. They do have the diabetic shoes available, but of course they are a complete pharmacy at Borden Family Pharmacy.
And Mr. Hicks Menswear on Compass Way in Southwest Coleman. Businessmen's suits in regular, big, and tall sizes. Suits and sport coats made to your measurement.
And tires for less. Go see Greg and the guys for the little minor engine repairs that you might need, oil changes, have those shocks and brakes checked and serviced at Tires for Less.
And those are the merchant ads for today. Now time to check our birthdays on the 27th of August.
And it does look like we have a couple of them. William David Smallwood and Howard Perry was a little late in turning in his birthday, because actually his birthday was on Monday. And of course we do put their names into the drawing on Friday, where they have that possibility of winning an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
Dr. Howard Rodgers talks to us right after this commercial break.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Welcome back to Today on 2. Welcome back to Dr. Howard Rodgers from the Baldwin Counseling Center.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How
I'm doing great.
Good.
So good to see you.
Good.
So we're going to talk about family problems.
There's a rather large sign as you come up I-65. It says Coleman County, the best place in Alabama to raise kids. And it's interesting, and I agree with it for the most part, but I'm seeing little fringes of that being chipped away in the family environment.
Yeah.
And it's cause for concern, and you see the things where teenagers are killing people all throughout the nation, and the problem is there are teenagers in Coleman that I can see headed in that direction because of the breakdown of the family unit. The Beaver Cleavers and all of those families, John Boy, and those don't exist
anymore.
No, they don't
really
exist.
Don't.
They're not here.
Because even good families are trying hard to rear their children in the proper way and bring them to church and everything, but everybody's so scattered. Everybody's, hardly anybody gets to sit down at dinner and at the table and have a meal together. People are grabbing and going. People are going to this soccer practice or that baseball practice or whatever, and it's just a constant run.
And that's the biggest problem. I think we've got to pull some of that in when kids are texting their mothers and fathers from work and telling them what time they'll be home, and it's 9:30 or so, and the kid upstairs is texting mother downstairs and telling what time she wants supper. Why does an 11-year-old need a cell phone? I don't understand this. We don't communicate verbally anymore. I know we've gotten away from cursive writing. I had a young gentleman that I was spending some time with, and I gave him something to read, and it was in cursive, and he said, I can't read cursive, and he was 13 years old. He said, I can't read cursive.
Well, of course, the Trayvon, Martin case is a prime example of that. That young lady couldn't read cursive writing, and she was,
high school.
I would think 18, 19 years old. Well, I guess she might not have been that old because she was dating him. So but anyway,
we've identified a couple problems: family and school. The schools are taking, I think, the easy way out. If they can't teach the kids what they need to know, they just teach the kids whatever the kids can learn, which is, I don't think, the best way to advance education. But I don't think the problem has its genesis in school. I think it has its genesis at home, and it starts when they're younger. And they're growing up, they're not spending family time. Mother's working, daddy's working, the kid hits a home run, he doesn't have anyone to tell when he gets home, so, he wants to belong. So when you want to belong and you can't belong in a family, you find a family somewhere else, and this is a gang or a group of teenagers that aren't doing the right things. And this Freedom from Religion Foundation is doing us a big favor. They're tearing apart or trying to tear apart the one bastion that we have left that keeps kids together and in a family-like atmosphere. So families, the kids are being, I think, inundated with ideas that they don't need family. And families are not standing up and fighting for that. They're letting the kids do whatever they desire.
And there's so much divorce right now, too, that there's just not the regular mom and dad there to help, go together to discipline and stuff. Mom's saying one thing, half the times dad's not there for whatever reason, that kind of stuff. So there's just a lot of dysfunction in the families.
It's interesting. A lot of times there's divorce, but 30% of white births are out of wedlock. 50% of Hispanic births are out of wedlock. 70% of African American births are out of wedlock. And I don't know if you added that all together. I'm somewhat leery of adding averages, but it would seem that at least 1 out of every 2 children are born without 2 parents in the home. And the grandparents, in a lot of cases, by default, are raising them. And then thanks to our government's initiative, the mother is getting part-time work at 28 hours a week at minimum wage, which means that she's going to bring home, $125 or $30 a week, maybe. So kids don't have a chance. So we have to retool, and I don't know how we do it.
Well, I thought that's what you were going to do, is come with a solution. Isn't that what
Well, I have a solution, but they haven't appointed me dictator, so I'm going to have a little bit of trouble doing that. The solution is we get the people back in the families. The other solution is that when you see trouble beginning with teenagers, you get help for them.
There were some parenting classes, and they might still be going on, but the county was doing them, and sometimes, especially if you had a troubled teen and was in the court system, they would assign you to go to these classes, but they were great classes.
Those are still going on. If you are in the juvenile probation officer's care, then your parents may go to a parenting class. If you're getting a divorce, you may have to go to a parenting class. And I thought that was rather ironic, We're going to learn how to parent after we're divorced.
The fact,
Maybe what we should do is have a parenting-wide class or a county-wide parenting class. That might be an idea, but the question is, how many people would come?
Well, that's true.
They don't have time.
Well, that's true too, but sometimes it seems like maybe the churches could kind of step up to the plate too and offer some different things like that in the churches, and I think some of them do, is trying to really kind of instill that family unit and give them a good backbone to work with, because if these kids came from a dysfunctional family, then they grow up, they get married, they don't know what a real family unit is supposed to be like, so then they become,
and it becomes geometric.
Yes,
I mean, you've got 5 kids that grew up in a dysfunctional family, so then you're going to go into 5 families that become become dysfunctional right off the bat.
Right.
Maybe I should look at doing a parenting seminar.
Well, it might not be a bad idea. There again, though, who has the time to come, who thinks they need it, the people that need it the most are the ones that are not going to be
Can't
there.
be talking to me, just like Sunday morning worship service.
Right. That sermon's not meant for me.
When you look about, mom and dad are not at home because they have to have 2 jobs. That's an economic situation.
Right.
Really, it's a spending situation.
It is.
We have to have 2 jobs because we want too much. Right? We want too much.
Part of it.
Everybody could cut back a lot of things that are not necessities. But our culture in the United States is to keep buying and keep borrowing.
Right. And
it's what we do. We want too much.
And I do agree, but there are some families out there that are just struggling. They're doing the best they can. They have minimum wage type jobs, and it's all they can do to just make ends meet. And I'm talking basics. There are a lot of families out there.
What I'm talking about is 2 people that have nice incomes. They're never home for their kids.
Right.
Right, especially those.
Right.
Especially those.
And you know, we have kind of demonized the motherhood thing. You know, if you stay home and you don't work as a woman, that's kind of degrading.
It is.
You know, we've kind of demonized that. It used to be in the 50s, mom stayed home, she had a hot cooked meal, her house was clean, the kids got home from school, mom was there to greet them, dad came home from work. I mean, that was the Leave It to Beaver kind of family, okay? And then we've gotten away from that. And now it's very difficult because mom is gone, you know, and the kid does come home and there's, you know, nobody there to greet them and stuff. And some of it is just a matter of economics. The woman had to go out and work. But then it got to the point where if you stay home, once again, you know, they kind of look down on you.
Yeah, and the other part of it is daddy's got to step up to the plate too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bottom line. Daddies need to step up to the plate, and if you're working and mother's working, then you need to come home and unload the dishwasher or get the kids ready or put some clothes in the washer or whatever. The daddies are absent.
I do feel like, though, that seeing my son and seeing that new generation, a lot of the guys are more hands-on than they used to be. And Michael will be the first to admit that he worked really hard when the kids were growing up, so he wasn't home, he didn't help, he didn't do that kind of stuff. It kind of wasn't expected of him. Well, now the women of today are expecting the men to do more. So if there is a husband and wife team, a lot of times they are a team and they are trying to work together, but not everybody thinks that way. So
there's so many of them that figure, okay, I worked all day, I'll come home and you can take care of it, and the wife worked all day too, and she's still got 3 kids to bathe and clothes to wash, and I had one couple where they sat down and they made a list of everything that had to be done during the week, and they put it on 3x5 cards, and they dumped it in a basket, and he would draw a card and she would draw a card.
I love that.
And did it every Sunday night. Every Sunday night, and if he got to clean the bathroom, he cleaned the bathroom.
I love
and
that.
it worked really well, and they finished them about 7:30 or 8 o'clock each night, and then they could sit down with the kids and do things before they sent them to bed.
We're all out of time, but if somebody needs some counseling in this regard, just need to contact you, right?
This regard or any other regard.
Any regard.
256-737-3087.
Very good. Thank you, Dr. Howard Rodgers.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Stay tuned. We'll have more right after this.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
It's time for our community billboards, brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The Omega Hospice Grief Support Group will be meeting on September the 3rd at 5:30. It is a 6-week cycle of group meetings for anyone who has dealt with a loss. Trained grief counselors are available. It's free to the public, and it will be held at Westminster Assisted Living at 1020 Olive Street Southwest. And the Sweet Tater Festival is taking place this weekend, the 1st and the 2nd, Sunday and Monday, from 1 to 4 on Sunday and 8 until 3 on Monday. Room for arts and craft vendors still available. It's just $35 for the 2-day event. And of course, there'll be door prizes, entertainment, crafts, food vendors, kiddie rides, and lots of sweet potato pies. And the American Legion Post 4 hosts the fundraising dinner September the 12th at 6 o'clock. And that's a $10 donation located right there in the VFW American Legion building. And you need more information, give them a call, 256-636-1913.
Our weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. It'll be sunny today with a high around 89 degrees. Clear tonight, low of 66. Sunny again tomorrow with a high near 90. And who's our guest tomorrow?
Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed, okay,
Mr. Ed.
We know Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed Slayton, right?
He's
Slayton?
going to talk about the fundraiser at the American Legion. We just had the announcement.
Very good.
And he's going to talk about that tomorrow. Thank
Very
you for
good.
watching today on 2.
Hope you have a great day.